Good morning, everyone. I feel a large sense of responsibility being the first speaker, so I promise you I will do my best. But I'm really honored to be here. It's my first trip to India, and this is so far quite fascinating. And I think it's very timely that I get to speak about a subject near and dear to my heart, which is private branding, when the whole concept of the session the next 2 days is about meeting the demands of the smart and discerning shopper. And I can think of nothing more smart and discerning for a shopper than to buy private brands. And I think what we'll talk about this morning, as soon as I figure out the clicker, is first an introduction to private brands. What is private label? What's the future around the world and here? And then what's the implication for both retailers and suppliers, especially in this room today? Well, let's define what are private brands. You'll hear me, I'll refer to them as private brands because I don't like private label. We feel like it's not really just a label that a retailer owns. We feel like it's a brand and it should be treated as such. But you'll hear it, private brands, private label, own brands, packer labels, and please never generic. That's a word we just can't stand. But whatever you call it, it truly is a strategic pillar for retailers worldwide, from Walmart down to smaller shops, even here in India. So why is it important? What are the key benefits of private brands for retailers? Of course, we all know number three. Number three is about, well, they're going to be more profitable. But really, there's 4 other reasons that we believe are much better. One is it gives you market differentiation. If you have a strong private brand program, that's something that your competition doesn't have, and it gives you a nice competitive advantage, especially in a marketing and a promotional standpoint, against your competing retailers. 2 is you increase consumer loyalty. What better way, if you've got a strong private brand on your shelf that is perhaps even unique or better than a national brand, and the customer can only buy in your store, that's how you build consumer loyalty. 4 is it with a strong private brand program, you now have leverage over national brand suppliers. The more you can increase share in a category, the more the national brands will come back and try to claw back by spending or performing with you more on your marketing campaigns. And number 5, if you're a public company, you can increase your stock price with a good private brand program. Wall Street and other financial analysts around the world, when they review and rate corporations, especially retailers, they always ask them, tell me your private brand strategy. And based on those responses, that gets into the factoring of how they would value a company for a stock price. Now, it's not just about retailers. Suppliers have benefits as well. One, of course, you can increase your sales. There's no doubt about that. But what I like is that you can also improve your alignment with retailers. Once you become a private brand supplier for a retailer, you're now a partner. And you really have much better alignment and more of a consultative strategic relationship if the retailer has a similar mindset. Number 3 is you get economies of scale. The more you can run your factories and improve your capacity rates, of course, the more profitable you're going to be as a company. You can expand your geographic markets as a supplier. If you happen to partner with a retailer like Carrefour or Tesco or any of these international players, you now have a venue to expand not only in your home country, but also to other countries where they do business. And number 5, just like with retailers, if you're a public company, you can also use the benefit of your private brand program to increase your stock price. Now, worldwide, private brands are a major factor. You can see here on this chart, we've got highlighted, those percentages are the percent of private brand sales in those countries. Astonishing. Across Western Europe, 35% are private brands. United States, over 20%. South America. Where we're seeing the biggest growth are emerging markets, just like here. And we'll talk more about that. But worldwide, 22% of sales are estimated to be in private brand products. Tell me that's not important to your business.